A court rules in favor of a Christian business owner. That's news. The Pope wants to entrust the eternal fate of mankind to Mary, and radical feminists have a new theory on the real cause of global warming. SkyWatchTV for Monday, May 15th, 2017. I'm Gilbert. First up, North Korea's successful missile test Sunday signals major advances in developing intercontinental ballistic missiles, such as the mastery of re-entry technology and better engine performance, both of which they would need if they're to meet their goal of being able to hit the United States with a missile. The country's been working on long-range missile technology for quite some time, one mounted with a nuclear warhead, it goes without saying. Experts who watched the flight over the weekend say that the missile traveled about 489 miles, reached a height of 1,312 miles, a level of performance never before seen in a North Korean missile, according to one expert. But as we've been telling you for more than a year, they don't need to hit the United States in order to cause potential catastrophe here. They just need to be able to detonate a nuclear warhead over the United States in order to generate an electromagnetic pulse that could conceivably knock the United States back to the mid-19th century in terms of our technology and sudden loss of transportation and refrigeration, according to a report commissioned by Congress, kill 90% of Americans within a year. Disturbing report from Central Africa. 3 people have died from an Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the outbreak in the northern part of that country. Health officials are on their way there to check into the rising number of reported cases, this according to the World Health Organization. The first case, reported April 22nd, was a 45-year-old man. The taxi driver who took him to the hospital and the person who cared for him at hospital have both also died from Ebola. Health officials are looking into 17 other possible cases, and they've identified as many as 125 others who've been exposed. This weekend marked not only Mother's Day here in the United States, but was the 100th anniversary of the apparitions at Fatima, Portugal. If you're not familiar with that series of events, 3 Catholic shepherd children living near Fatima reported seeing an angel beginning in the spring of 1917. On May 13th of 1917, they identified the apparition as the Virgin Mary. They described her as the Lady of Fatima. She reported a prophecy that that prayers could lead to the end of World War I, and that on October 13th of 1917, the lady would reveal her identity and perform a miracle so that all would believe. That's the so-called miracle of the sun. It sounded more like a UFO appearance than anything else. Been written about in Exo Vaticana by Tom Horn and the late Chris Putnam. This was officially accepted as a miracle by the Roman Catholic Church in 1930, October 13th of 1930, not coincidentally. Well, Pope Francis says he's going to make a pilgrimage to Fatima to entrust the eternal fate of mankind to Mary. Made this announcement at his audience on Wednesday last week in St. Peter's Square. Asked for prayers from the faithful for his trip. Look, God has the eternal fate of mankind in his hand. Mary is an example of faith and being obedient in the face of something that was beyond belief. But she was human. Mary is not to be venerated any more than any other person who's accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, who has gone on to their eternal reward. New president of France took office over the weekend, succession of ceremonies marking the inauguration of Emmanuel Macron as the 8th president under the 5th Republic. Outgoing President Francois Hollande met with Macron for about an hour on Sunday morning. The new president expected, not surprisingly, to support a 2-state solution to the ongoing conflict between Israel and the Palestinian Authority. Progressives have reached a whole new level of crazy. Can't say we didn't see this coming. According to feminist Gloria Steinem, the primary cause of global warming is lack of access to abortion. The founder of Ms. Magazine argued that lack of access to reproductive health care services leads to overpopulation, which in turn leads to the earth warming uncontrollably. She was asked in an interview if climate change wasn't a feminist issue. And she connected a series of dots that only she can see to blame climate change on the patriarchy. I will quote, "Are you kidding me? Listen, what causes climate deprivation is overpopulation. If we had not been systematically forcing women to have children they don't want or care for over 500 years of patriarchy, we wouldn't have the climate problems that we have. That's the fundamental cause of climate change. End quote. Not only is she scientifically illiterate, she is completely ignorant of human history. Look, Islam, which is demonstrably more patriarchal than Christianity, has a history that goes back 1,400 years. Classical Greece and Rome, both also far more patriarchal than biblical Christianity. I think we can trace those back to what, 300, 500 years before Jesus? What about Japanese society? Chinese society? Patriarchal? At least as much as Christianity, if not more so. What ties all of those together, and why didn't Miss Steinem see fit to mention them? Could it be they're all pagan? An appellate court in Kentucky has ruled that a Christian owner of a business, a printing shop in Lexington, Kentucky, has the right to refuse to make T-shirts promoting a local gay pride festival. This is the latest court test of the limits of anti-discrimination protections for gays and lesbians following the Supreme Court's 2015 ruling legalizing gay marriage, or making it the law of the land, actually, in all 50 states. A number of state courts have ruled against Christian-owned businesses that refuse to bake cakes, design floral arrangements, or take portrait photographs for same-sex weddings. This ruling favored the business owner. A key difference is the expressive nature of the service requested. Literal words on shirts. In a split vote, a 3-judge panel concluded that the store, Hands On Originals, could not be forced to print a message with which the owner disagreed. Now, maybe Christian business owners need to try a new approach in defending themselves against these types of lawsuits. Reframe their position as, we're not doing this for us. We're doing this for the right of Muslim business owners who don't want to make a floral arrangement for a gay wedding, or Jewish business owners who don't want to bake a cake for a neo-Nazi wedding, or perhaps black business owners who don't want to take portrait photographs for a gathering of the Ku Klux Klan. It's called the right of free association. And at least in theory, it's protected by the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. Finally, the Sanhedrin, which, as we've told you before, has been reconstituted in Israel, sent a letter Monday to President Donald Trump calling on him to climb the Temple Mount and pray for world peace when he arrives in Jerusalem next week for his first state visit. They say this would fulfill a call put out by King Solomon 3,000 years ago when he dedicated the temple. It's a reference to 1 Kings 8, verses 41 through 43, which read, "Likewise, when a foreigner who is not of your people Israel comes from a far country for your name's sake, for they shall hear of your great name and your mighty hand and of your outstretched arm, when he comes and prays toward this house, hear in heaven your dwelling place and do according to all for which the foreigner calls to you, in order that all the peoples of the earth may know your name and fear you, as do your people Israel, and that they may know that this house that I have built is called by your name." Of course, if the president, who at last check is not Muslim, tries to pray on the Temple Mount, there could be an international incident. I'm sure the Sanhedrin knows this and is in fact counting on it. We shall see what happens. Now, if today's update seems a little short, well, you're correct, it is. Over the last few weeks, I've been gradually stretching these daily updates longer and longer, and they've been consistently on the high side of 20 minutes. I don't mind doing it. I'm not complaining. But I've got to find a way to make more out of my day here at SkyWatchTV. There are other projects that we have on the books coming up later this year. More book projects, monthly contributions to SkyWatchTV magazine, perhaps some film and video projects down the road. So I need to find a way to be more efficient during the day. And as the daily update is, I'm the writer, producer, editor, and most days also the cameraman. We need to be more efficient. So hopefully the shorter presentation will force me to focus on the most important stories of the day, be more efficient with my time off camera, and then result in a better product when we get these deeper research projects that will be coming forward later this year. Hopefully make those better as well. So tomorrow we're going to talk about the new SkyWatch TV mobile app. We've seen that it's been downloaded hundreds of times already over the weekend, but we'll discuss where you can get it, how you can use it, and why you should use it. That will be tomorrow here on SkyWatch TV. You can find us online at skywatchtv.com, including a link now in the top menu bar to find the mobile app, links to the Play stores, the app stores for iOS, Android, Windows Phone, and Amazon Kindle, and of course also the Roku channel. That link also in the top menu bar there. You'll find all of my stuff online at derekpgilbert.com. Thank you for watching as we keep watch. I'm Derek Gilbert, and this is SkyWatch TV.
After decades of investigative work together, the moment we've been waiting for is finally here. Legendary authors Stephen Quayle and Dr. Thomas Horn reveal what is now indisputably the greatest achievement of their life's work together in the Unearthing the Lost World of the Cloud Eaters special collection. When you purchase this once-in-a-lifetime special offer, you'll receive the brand new There Were Giants documentary film. In this groundbreaking full-length DVD, you'll travel with Stephen Quayle and Dr. Thomas Horn to the historical clandestine places where giants are actually buried on American soil. You'll discover the ancient locations of tribal stargates and what's been hidden in plain sight by the Great Smithsonian Institute for more than 200 years. Plus, Defender Publishing is proud to introduce the new collaborative companion book, Unearthing the Lost World of the Cloud Eaters. Walk with Stephen Quayle and Dr. Thomas Horn as they meet secretly with the leaders of the Hopi, Zuni, and Uti Nation tribes to learn about the pre-flood architecture of the giant kings. Learn why the ancient Anasazi disappeared overnight, who the dragon-worshipping giant invaders of early America were, and how they taught natives ritual cannibalism to change their DNA into fit extensions for spirits of dead giants, and so much more. In addition, when you order the Unearthing the Lost World of the Cloud Eaters special collection, you'll also receive Shadow Hand, the over 24-hour, never-before-offered Steve Quayle and Tom Horn definitive audio series on CD. This brand new audio collection discloses the terrifying truth behind the WikiLeaks emails and the push for official disclosure of so-called aliens in 2017. And as a bonus, the new Shadowhand audio series includes the most requested collections ever produced by Steve Quayle and Thomas Horn. The Coming Zombie Apocalypse, As It Was in the Days of Noah, Psychotronic Warfare, and The Coming Replacement Humans, over 24 hours on audio CD. But that's not all. Also included in this special offer while supplies last, 2 brand new free gift books for your library or to give away as gifts. Sold separately, this amazing collection represents a total value of over $175. Yours for only $39.95 beginning in May. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own the Unearthing the Lost World of the Cloud Eaters special collection, available exclusively at the SkyWatch TV store. Order online now or call 1-844-750-4985.
A new theory on the real cause of global warming. SkyWatch TV for Monday, May 15th, 2017. I'm Derek Gilbert. First up, North Korea's successful missile test Sunday signals major advances in developing intercontinental ballistic missiles, such as the mastery. A court rules in favor of a Christian business owner. That's news. The Pope wants to entrust the eternal fate of mankind to Mary, and radical feminists have a year. They don't need to hit the United States in order to cause potential catastrophe here. They just need to be able to detonate a nuclear warhead over the United States in order to generate an electromagnetic pulse that could conceivably knock the United States back to them with re-entry technology and better engine performance, both of which they would need if they're to meet their goal of being able to hit the United States with a missile. The country's been working on long-range missile technology for quite some time, one mounted with a nuclear warhead, it goes without saying. Experts who watched the flight over the weekend say that the missile traveled about 489 miles, reached a height of 1,312 miles, a level of performance never before seen in a North Korean missile, according to one expert. But as we've been telling you for more than